Hello and welcome to the ETF Super Pit Hit, brought to you by OptionMonster.com. I'm Noah Warsaw, a designated primary market maker with Group 1 Trading. We're seeing a lot of activity today as the market rallies, continued sustained rally over what we saw last week. In FXI, we actually saw a very bullish play on the open. We saw sellers of the May 38 puts tied to 3960 stock, selling those 8,000 times. Now, that's an interesting trade because one of the biggest fears about the sovereign debt crisis is, of course, how European economies are going to affect China, as they're China's largest receiver of exports. So this paper clearly shows us that there's a bullish sentiment out there on China's prospects, something that's very much been in question as the sovereign debt issues have continued to unfold. We're seeing implied volatility get absolutely smoked in FXI, down from 37 down to 32. Bids are getting taken out left and right, and people are definitely coming to sell options across the board in that name. So much fear abating in the China space. On contrast, we're seeing actually some very bearish retail plays in FXI, which is is currency shares dollar to euro. We're seeing people coming in and buy 2012 January puts on the 125 line, but also on a number of other strikes. The Jan 1 strike, which is at the money, is trading for $9.25. So that's a very expensive put to buy, but clearly retail investors think that there's a value there and think that the euro is headed for a much bigger slide than what we've already seen. Big players can obviously get their hedges off or their bets off in the euro using futures. However, FXE is a very retail-focused product, and in Jan of 2012, clearly the retail paper thinks that the euro tends to go a great deal lower. Overall, volatility continuing to pull back. We saw the biggest 1% move downward in the VIX on Monday, and that trend's continuing today. So let's see what the rest of the day and weeks brings. Best of luck to you on your positions, and thanks so much for joining us.